collections, classics, customs, restorations. This is Crossroads Beach Shop.
Hey, welcome back to the Crossroads Diecast Beach Shop. I'm Skip, and today on this episode, we're going to be working on this Chevy Flashsider pickup truck. It's a cool little truck. This is a cast that came right out of the package, but it's going to be for my truck build for the end of November. And it's a neat little car. Let's take a look at it. We'll get off the thing and take a look at it. Again, one thing about these Flashsiders, there's only three pieces to them. There's the base, and then there's the window, and of course the body, which has only one post. I've already got it drilled and tapped. That's all ready to go for the screw. So that's it. And so we're going to see what we can do to come up with this car. We're going to change out those wheels and get something that's a little bit more appropriate for it for this build. So let's move on. After looking online, I decided I was going to make this Chevy pickup truck into a rat rod. Well, we're back, and we got most of the paint off of this Chevy Flashsider. It's really something. I can't believe it. This thing was in the stripper for 5 days, and still not all the paint has come off. I don't know. I've had a couple cars from Hot Wheels that had this yellow paint on it. I don't know if it's a yellow paint or if it's just a clear coat or what, but it really it seems to stick on there quite a bit. Well, anyways, we're going to try to get this off, and we'll get sanded down, and we'll take a look at it when we get done. Okay, well, we are working on our 56 Chevy pickup truck. It's going to be a rat rod. I took some of these Model Air, they're Vallejo colors. I started with this orange rust. I put that on first. I painted the whole truck with that. Then I went to a light rust, which is a little bit darker. And then from there, I did the regular rust color. And you can see a little bit, just kind of doing it a little bit, hitting some of the different areas where the rust might be a little bit different on the truck. And after this, once this gets dried, what I will do is I will matte clear the whole thing, and then from there I will put some chip and medium on there, and then I'll paint the regular colors, and we'll do a little weathering and stuff just to get some of that to show through. So let's move on. When I put wheels on some of these cars like I'm doing on this truck, one of the things I do, I use a lot of different stuff. A lot of times I use the super weld, but I also use some of this Gorilla super glue and stuff. And this is something I just got. Just put a little dab. The nice thing about the gel, the super glue, and just take some of the Insta-Set, put on there. And by doing that, it's another way you can glue it on, so you don't have to always go out and find the super weld or whatever for that. One thing I always do is always screw your caps back on, so that way you don't lose your product. So let's take a look and see what we got here. You can see that, okay, and this is my truck that I'm doing. What I did is I stripped off all the chrome on this base, and I painted the front white because I want to make it look more like an old truck, and the back bumper. I painted the back bumper white, so it's pretty cool. I think it's going to look great when I get it all done. So let's move on. Okay, well, we're working on our pickup truck, our rat rod pickup truck. So what I've done now is after I've gotten these different colors for the rust, the different types of rust on the car, I'm going to use some of this chip and medium, because what I'll do, put a little bit here in my little medicine cups, and I'll paint it on. It's really kind of thick, so it's hard to put it through the airbrush, and so I found it's just as easy just to paint it on. I think I saw that Xavier over at Diecast Custom Showcase. He's done that before, and so I put the chip and medium on that way, put it on, let it dry, and then I'll paint the truck of the color, and then I will do the weathering and stuff, and then the different, if things work out the way they should, the different rust colors will come through, and as some of the paint comes off. And so we're going to put this on here, and let's move ahead.
Later.
Okay, you can see here I've already put the decals, the Chevrolet badge on the back of on the tailgate. This doesn't come, the regular Hot Wheels doesn't come with that. What I did is I made some with my inkjet printer, and what I did is I put a couple mist coats of Krylon triple glaze, and then I put a couple heavier coats. Always start with a couple of mist coats, because what that'll do is the mist coats will just seal the ink in a little bit. Or if you put it on too heavy, it's going to make your ink run. You can see the full details of how I find images and what I do if you go to the how-to section on my YouTube video page. Anyways, we got that going. So we're going to take this and get it some matte clear on it, and get this project finished up. Let's move on. Okay, well, we're back, and we have all the pieces ready for our little custom diecast truck build. It's for the Outlaw Speed Shop CDI, and this is my entry. It's a 56 Chevy Flashsider, Hot Wheels Flashsider. And so I've kind of done it up rat rod style or whatever, or barn find or whatever. Took the, and detailed up the thing, put a little rust on the front grille and things like that. If you look closely, you can see the little, I made a little I Love My Truck license plate for it as well. Again, detailed the lights on the front, and just gave it some rust looking. Put the little Chevy logo on the back, on the tailgate. So let's get this thing put together and onto the turntable.
A few moments later.
And here's my 56 Chevy Flashsider. This is the truck that I built for Outlaw Speed Shop's custom diecast invitational. It's a truck build. This is, again, I put on those black rimmed Samed wheels. I removed the chrome off the base and painted it white, the front and back white, so you get those bumpers like some of the older Chevy pickups had. Then I took and put a little bit of rust effect on there. I also detailed the tail lights and the headlights. I had a lot of fun with this build. And, it was a little bit of a challenge to me. If you look really closely as you're coming around to the back, you see the license plate. It says, "I love my truck." And I do love this truck. It was a lot of fun to do this. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody else's builds that enter in there, and seeing the recap on that. Again, for all you who subscribe and watch my channel, thank you so much. And as always, God bless, and thanks for stopping by the shop.